Hello, hello, friends, and welcome to our weekly wellness class. My name is Debbie Gordon, and today we're going to talk about some summer fun. I hope you are having it. I hope you are experiencing some summer fun and enjoying the warmer weather. I know I certainly do. I thrive more in warmer weather, but it's getting hot here in Utah. And today my son just reminded me that it's supposed to hit 104 degrees Fahrenheit today in the next hour or two. And so it is hot here in Utah, and it's a little too hot. So let me bring up my PowerPoint really quickly. I'm excited to be with you today, and I hope this is helpful for you. And I would love for you to share your summer fun activities, what you're doing in the sun, and what you are doing to stay safe as you are out in the sun. And so let's bring up this PowerPoint here and we'll get started. First off, I want to go through the promos that we have for the US and Canadian um, markets. And this is the US promos. And we have both in Canada and the US. We have the free product of the month is Sunny Citrus. Now, Sunny Citrus is similar to Motivate. It's a little bit more simple than Motivate. It's a combination of grapefruit, wild orange, and peppermint. Really simple. You can put that in your diffuser if you have those three oils, or you can get this one for free with 125 PV order on or before the 15th of July. Now, today is the 11th of July, and so you have just a few more days to pick up this Sunny Citrus for free. 125 PV, that's rewards order before the 15th, on or before the 15th, and you're going to get that for free. In the US warehouse, we have 10% off of the 5 ml bottle of Deep Blue oil, and in the Canadian warehouse, we have 10% off of the Deep Blue stick with Copaiba, as you can see that here on this slide. And so both of our 10% off products in the US and Canada warehouses are the Deep Blue products. And so enjoy that this month. Stock up on that Deep Blue. Probably you're more active, probably you're needing a little bit more. I know when I'm out doing yard work, when I'm out weeding and out in the sun, I need a little bit more Deep Blue up in this shoulder and my neck and my back. And as I recuperate from a car accident, I've used a lot more. So we also have in the US warehouse and the Canadian warehouse, we have the Rose Duo products. Now, these are phenomenal products, and we have these some time ago. I don't remember when I last purchased them, but we have the Rose Hydrosol. Now, let me just tell you that Rose is the queen of the oils. It is also the queen of our skin. And so anytime we have skin issues, I'm going to recommend that you always add some rose, whether it be these two products or whether it be something else with rose in it. We have the Rose Touch available. We have the 5 ml bottle of rose essential oil available for purchase. And so this is a limited time offering, and there's a different process between the essential oil extraction and the hydrosol. And so this is a lovely, 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 I'm going to call it a sucking the moisture to your skin. And I absolutely love this. So I wash my face with the Barrage face wash, and then I put on the toner, and then I put on this rose hydrosol, and then I put on this rose moringa oil serum. That is absolutely divine. I'll tell you one thing, that my skin sucks this in and says, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is absolutely a lovely product. Sometimes I'll mix some yarrow pom with this if I'm being lazy and I don't want to do a third step of the moisturizer with my Virage line. Sometimes I'll just throw that on and some yarrow pom and go to sleep. But let me tell you another thing I love this rose hydrosol for is to set my makeup after I put my makeup in. It's summertime. I'm not wearing a lot of makeup, but I did today and actually find this to be really lovely as a makeup setter. So there's another use for it. You don't have to just save it for your face. You can put this everywhere. If you have skin breakdown anywhere, this rose hydrosol is going to be really helpful for that. And so enjoy that, okay? So we have that available in both the US and Canadian warehouses. We also, in the US, we have some leftover Costa Brio if you want that. I really do feel like the Costa Brio is more of a men's blend. Do I have it here? I don't have it here beside me. I did, but I don't have it here right now. But the Costa Brio, it has more of a smoky, it's an outdoor blend and it smells outdoorsy. It's lovely. My husband likes it, but I don't really love it. I would prefer the Endless Summer blend. For me, it smells like I'm at the beach. I absolutely love that blend. It's divine and delightful. And so that was a lovely offering. It's gone now. But we also have a little bit more of the sun care TSA approved travel kit. Okay, so you have the sun care stick, the lip balm, and the after sun spray in a smaller container that's travel worthy for the airplane. Okay, so that's available. We've got, of course, got the lip balm. You can buy that separately. And also in the US, we have the Yarrow Pine eye mask. I love this. It's slated for twice a week. I've been a little bit lazy this last month or last 4 to 6 weeks. I've used it 3 times, I think, in the last 6 weeks. And so I'm not getting my money's worth basically of this. But let me tell you how I am saving money using this. All right. First of all, this is better than Botox by far. I've never done Botox, never have wanted to do Botox. I know a lot of women who do, and I've never really liked the meaning behind Botox or why people are using it to look younger because over time they actually look older to me. And so this Yarpalm eye mask has some really beautiful ingredients, one of which is caffeine. And I've been actually surprised that when I put it on my face, it really does smooth these little wrinkles around my eyes. So I'm really, really grateful for the eye mask. I've marketed that it looks better than Botox. I did a reel here not too long ago, and I hope you saw that. But if you didn't, reach out to me and I'll send that to you or guide you to it, tag you in that post. But it's a beautiful product. So the Yarpalm eye mask is delightful. Now, one thing I've done to make it last a little bit longer is I've put it on wearing the eye mask for 20 minutes is the recommendation. And then when I take off those little eye mask pads, kind of a mesh material, I put them back in the packet because it has some gooey stuff in it that it sits in. And I get a second use out of that. So that's been really, really wonderful. I've saved myself a couple bucks over with that. So that's been lovely. So that's available in the US marketplace. And so let's go on to what's available in the Canadian warehouse in addition to that. So we talked about the um, Sunny Citrus is the free product of the month. We talked about the Deep Blue Stick being 10% off this month in Canada. We also have available in the Canadian warehouse now the MetaPower product line, the MetaPower system. And so congratulations, that's available now. You're going to love that. I love, love, love the collagen. The collagen advantage sachets that you see here in the middle of this page are divine. They really do help you live and look younger longer. And I promise you, those have been a really great product for our family. My husband and I are using them. My two youngest sons are using them occasionally, and I can get my 21-year-old to use them occasionally. My married son and his wife use them. And so that's been a beautiful product. I also love the MetaPower soft gels, the MetaPower essential oil. The beadlets and the soft gels are available in the US warehouse. I don't think you have the assist. I'm not sure if you have the assist available, but the MetaPower Assist is the one that helps regulate blood glucose, and that has been a necessary product for me. I love, love, love the gum. I'm chewing it every day. I actually took my pack. Oh no, I have it right here. I love the gum. I chew it often. It really does help me not have the munchies. It helps curb cravings and carbohydrate cravings and junk food. And so I love chewing something and then I'm not putting food in my mouth if I'm chewing the gum. So I really do love the gum. That's wonderful. And so you also have some island mint left over. You have the Serenity Valerian stick, sleep stick available. I love the Serenity sleep system, and soon we're going to be doing a sleep challenge. I think I'm going to set that up for next week, is what I think I talked to my virtual assistant for, is to set that sleep challenge up next week. The sleep stick is divine. Let me tell you, I love that. I've actually used it for sore tender muscles. I've used it for leg cramps in the middle of the night because it's right there by my bedside. The sleep stick is wonderful. I've used valerian root powder in the past when I used to pack my own herbal capsules. And I've been hoping and praying for a valerian essential oil. And I don't know that they'll ever have it available by itself because it's a very strong root, a very strong root powder. It's a very strong essential oil, I'm sure of it. And so I love the Serenity Sleep Stick. That's really been a huge help to my sleeping. You also have available in the Canadian warehouse a back to school sale that's going on right now, 20% off of the On Guard foaming hand soap, either in the single or the 2-pack. You've got 20% off of the On Guard sanitizer, 20% off of the 15 ml bottle of the On Guard essential oil. You've got 15% off, 20% off of the 15 ml bottle of the Purify, and you've got 20% off of these purple Flairosol misters that are divine. If you haven't used those yet, grab those while they are 20% off and enjoy them. I make room deodorizer sprays with these all the time. I also love to travel with one of these misters, empty of course, and then fill it up with tap water with some essential oils to spritz the motel room or the hotel room or the Airbnb, wherever we're staying. I also love it to spray with the essential oils in it. I love it to spray my clothing after I've traveled and they've been packed in a suitcase and they're a little bit wrinkled. This is my iron in a spray bottle. And so I absolutely love these mister bottles. They are phenomenal. And that's a really great savings for 20% off. So enjoy those back to school sales. I know it's a little bit early. You just got done with school, but enjoy those sales right now where you can get them 20% off and stock up a little bit on those items that you use most often. Okay, so there's our US and Canadian promos. So let's go on to summer fun and talk about the sun for a moment. The sun is necessary. You know what? We need the sun to grow ourselves, our bodies, and to grow our plants so that we can have food and nourishment. We need the sun for our mood. The sun regulates our serotonin levels, it regulates our melatonin levels. So it helps us with our mood, it helps us with our sleep, it helps us synthesize vitamin D so that we can absorb calcium and other minerals. The sun is a really necessary component in our everyday life, and I'm so grateful for the warmer weather. I thrive when it's warmer. I do not thrive so much when it's winter. And in fact, I find myself during the winter time when the days are really short and it's dark all the time, being a little bit more moody, a little bit more down. And so I love and look forward to the summer months, and I hope you do too. So, but there's one thing that we do need to be careful with, and that's avoiding getting too much sun. Now, it's a little bit um, challenging for me to talk about this because I have olive skin and I take the sun really well. I tan usually really well. I seldom sunburn unless I'm just really foolish with myself. We just got back from a family reunion in Wyoming. And one of those days we went on a river float trip last Saturday, and it was divine. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous day. Usually it's really windy in Casper, where I'm from, and it was a gorgeous day. It wasn't too breezy. The breeze came up a couple of times, and the sun went behind the clouds, and then it was chilly. But overall, it was a lovely, lovely, perfect summer day to do a river float trip. And I sprayed myself down with the doTERRA sun care, the spray, and encouraged all of my family members to do the same. Some did, some didn't. My extended family, some did, some didn't. I know my guy that we really love that my sister's dating, he used the sun spray and he was teased because he got white all over. He has very, 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 very whitish, fair skin. And when he sprayed the sun care spray on his body and on particularly on his face, he looked kind of white. It does have the nano zinc in it, and so it does fill in those pores and is a mineral sunscreen. We're going to talk about the difference in a minute. But some people teased him, but let me tell you, Mark did not sunburn at all, and those who chose not to use it did. And so it was really a fun little conversation. They were teasing him, and he got the last word. And so enjoy the sun without putting your skin in danger or at risk for long-term damage. Okay, so we want to avoid too much sun exposure to avoid any issues with skin cancer, any issues with sunspots, wrinkles, premature aging, loss of elasticity. When we get too much sun, that's the risk that we take, right? And so here's just an idea. This is my daughter-in-law. I thought she used the sunscreen, but I don't think she used enough of it because she really did burn. And then she was out at a park. And now, this was Saturday was the river float trip. And so today is Thursday. She was out lagoon yesterday all day. And now her son is starting to show some real damage, and it actually almost looks like she might have a little bit of cellulitis going on here. She's having some pain, some discomfort. It's irritated. It doesn't feel so good, and so now we're seeing some issues. So we want to avoid this, okay? So stay safe in the sun. Use your sun care products, but make sure they're doTERRA, so you don't have to worry about the harmful chemicals that are in most sunscreens. I've never been a real fan of sunscreens because of the harmful chemicals, and so when you're out in the sun, take precautions. If you're going to be out in the heat of the day between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m., that's kind of the heat, the hottest hours of the day. Be sure to take shade. Be sure to wear protective clothing, sunscreen, um, wear your eyeglasses, wear your hats, your wide brim hats, use your umbrellas. So take some precautions when you're going to be out during those times of the day. Now, let's talk sunscreen for a moment because there's two general types of sunscreen, and one is a chemical sunscreen that is designed to absorb the UV rays and protect your skin, and there's a mineral sunscreen that is designed to reflect the UV rays and protect your skin. And so most what's on the market are chemical sunscreens, and they actually are filled with all kinds of chemicals that are harmful, that are hormone disruptors, that cause some issues that can actually damage the coral reef if we're in the ocean or doing some swimming out there. And so be mindful of what you're using and be mindful of the chemicals in that. Our sun products are really free and clear of those known harmful chemicals, and I'll highlight some of those here momentarily. And so reduce your exposure to toxicity. doTERRA allows us to do that, and all of our products are really reducing toxic ingredients, and they're free and clear of known harmful toxins, known harmful chemicals, known harmful carcinogens. They're free and clear of all of those. And doTERRA is continually doing ongoing research and development to make sure that our products are really clean and safe, and we don't have to increase your load to toxins and your exposure to toxins. And so this is a real big deal. And so when your body's functioning properly, it has to be toxin free to function properly. And the more toxins we put on our skin or in our body, the harder our organs have to work. And so that's a huge problem. When we start seeing skin issues, probably our liver and kidneys are not doing their filtering job of the toxins. They're stored in our bodies. Our skin is trying to get rid of them, and we have skin breakouts and skin breakdowns. And so that's a huge thing to consider. Okay. So we want to minimize our exposure to toxins. And so really be mindful of the products you purchase. I promise that as you doTERRorize your home, you will find that doTERRA's products really have long-term benefits when it comes to toxic load. And so really be mindful of what you're putting in and on your body, and you'll have a much better outcome in the future than you do if you don't care and you don't pay much attention to it. So what sunscreen filters won't absorb into the skin? Those are mineral sunscreen filters, and that actually reflects the the UV rays, and so that our we don't have that breakdown in the skin. They work actually better. They're a better protector than a chemical sunscreen. The chemical sunscreens very often wash off. You need to apply them more frequently. With doTERRA's products, the recommendation is to reapply about every 80 minutes. And so about every hour and a half or so, reapply doTERRA's sunscreen if you're going to be out in the sun for longer than an hour and a half or so, okay? But they are effective immediately when you apply them because they're mineral based, and so they reflect those UV rays. Here are some great things that are in them. There's none of those harmful chemicals such as benzenes, oxybenzone, parabens, phthalates, dyes, nanoparticles. None of those are in our sun products. We have most of them are at least 30%. Our moisturizer is 28%. Our sun stick or our lip balm stick actually is 20% SPF. And so they're broad spectrum protection. They're water resistant. They're naturally soothing. Let me tell you, they feel nice on the skin and they don't have skin breakouts. They're lightweight, they're moisturizing, and they are reef safe. So let's talk about some of the ingredients in our sun care products. First of all, we have essential oils always, right? And so we have our frankincense, our helichrysum. Carrot seed oil is very good for the skin. We've had it in some of our body butters, our carrot seed butter. I still have some of that left over because I really stocked up on that for my husband's skin. He tends to get really dry, cracked, bleeding skin in the wintertime. So I stocked up on that. But the carrot seed, back then when I did my research, and I don't remember everything now, but carrot seed oil is really healthy for the skin. And that's part of our ingredients in our sun care line. We have vitamin E, we have raspberry seed oil, avocado oil, jojoba esters, shea butter, cocoa butter. All of those are known natural ingredients that are really safe and healing to the skin. We also have aloe vera. That's a really good thing. We have the red algae extract, hyaluronic acid, helps minimize the aging of the skin and promote skin elasticity. Of course, the red algae extract is a potent antioxidant. We also have bisabolol, turmeric extract, aloe vera, arnica, montana flower. So those are really natural, safe, effective superheroes that are in our Sun Care line that I think you'll be really pleased with. If you haven't yet used the Sun Care line, I'm going to encourage you to consider it, get it in your repertoire of products and use it and spread it. You let all your family members use it and get feedback and kind of see how your body responds to it, because I think you'll be really pleased. Now, this after sun spray is divine. So we're going to take just a moment to talk about each one of these. But let's talk first about what does it mean to be reef safe? Well, with the chemical sunscreens, those are not reef safe. They actually tend to bleach the reef. And when we bleach the reef, we know that it's under severe stress, and sometimes it can actually cause death of the coral reef. And so that's not good. Remember that the coral reef is living organisms. And so that's a really important thing. And if we have something that's reef safe, it does not have any of the oxybenzones or the octinoxate in those. And so that's a really important thing to consider. Our products are free and clear of those known harmful chemicals. So let's talk about the products for a moment. We have the lotion, we have the sun care lotion. And so whatever you like, whether you like a spray, a lotion, a stick, we've got it. Okay. We've got all of those products as part of our sun's care. Now, I'll be really honest with you. I prefer the spray over the lotion, but you still have to rub in the lotion. And sometimes my boys are complaining about that. They're like, I don't want a lotion for a reason. I don't have to rub it in. But the doTERRA's sun care spray, because it is a mineral sunscreen instead of a chemical sunscreen, you do have to rub it in. So I like to put the stick or the spray on my skin and then rub it into my exposed areas. That's how I like to apply the stick. I don't just spray it on because I feel like I lose a lot to the environment and I don't want to waste it. But the recommendation is to apply every 80 minutes. There's a SPF of 30 on both the lotion and the spray application every 30 minutes and provides protection from the UVA and the UVB rays. Okay. So you get that broad spectrum. Now, our stick is a beautiful product. I absolutely really love the stick. And my husband thinks this is the greatest thing on earth. Okay. He uses the sun stick as his deodorant. And there's a long story behind that. But when he was administering COVID vaccines, he got a horrible body rash and was really sensitive to doTERRA's natural deodorant. So haphazardly, he used lots of things, but he ended up one day using this sunstick as a deodorant, and he didn't have any issues with it. It wasn't burning this horrible skin rash that he had, and it was actually protectorant. It was actually a deodorant, and he actually didn't stink that day when he used it. And so he's played around with this, and now this is not only his sun stick. He's very fair skinned, so he uses sunscreen every day in doTERRA sun care products. He uses this on his face, on his head. He's balding, and he uses this on his head. He also uses it as a deodorant. And so this is a really fun thing. And I'll show you what he was using for a long time. And now he just is lazy and he just uses the sun stick for everything. But it's got an SPF of 40, again, sun resistant, water resistant. And so you recommendation is to apply every 80 minutes or so. I want to go to this one first, but this is what my husband was using as a daily moisturizer sunscreen every day when he did his skincare. And my husband does love the skincare products that doTERRA has. So he was using this every day and he ran out of it. And he said, "Do you got some more of this?" And I said, "Yes, I do in my office," but I didn't run down to my office to get it for him. And so he went without it for a couple of days. And that's when he started using this sun stick on his face because he didn't have this readily at his fingertips. And so that's how he got out of the habit. He does have a new one of this by his sink, but most of the time he's just being lazy and just reaches for the sun stick and he uses it everywhere and he's done and he absolutely loves it. So enjoy that. If any of you have an issue with doTERRA's deodorant, natural deodorant, I absolutely love it. My boys all love it. My married son and his wife use the deodorant. If you have any issue with that, consider the sun stick as your deodorant. I think you'll be really pleased. Okay. So now let's talk about this after sun spray. This is one of my very favorite products. I love this because when I forget, because I have olive skin, my boys got their dad's skin. When I um when I forget sunscreen as we're going out as a family, we always use this after sun stick because my boys will come back sunburned every time. And so this is a really soothing thing. I think this is just really one of the wonderful products doTERRA has. I love this body mist, and it's got not only your frankincense and helichrysum, but it's got copaiba, lavender, peppermint, and blue tansy in this after sun spray as well. And it's got the aloe uh, juice, and it's really a beautiful product. So very soothing and so very effective at preventing any kind of blistering if you get it on right away. If you wait 24 to 48 hours, it's too late. So you want to get that on right away when you know you've had too much sun exposure. Get that after sun spray on immediately. Now, the new mineral sunscreen lip balm is really cute. I've used it just once or twice. I keep forgetting to pull it out. It's actually in my travel kit, and I keep forgetting to pull it out and stick it in my purse because I really want it for when on those days when we're out in the sun a lot. But the lip balm is kind of a short, squatty, fat, big around. It's got a much bigger around. It's not quite as big around as the bottom of your 15 ml bottle, but it's a little bit more bigger around her than the lid on your 15 ml bottle. Okay, so kind of in between those. So it's short and squatty, but it's got your zinc oxide. It's got your manuka honey. It's got frankincense and helichrysum shea butter. It really does leave your lips feeling soft and smooth and protected So if you are one of these people that when you go out in the sun, if you forget lip balm, that your lips actually sunburn, I've been there before when I've done some long-term outdoors treks and hikes in the summertime where we've been out for 10 or 12 hours. I get those sore, cracked, dried out lips. And so this lip balm is really wonderful to prevent that. And that's what it was designed for. So if you know you're going to be out in the sun a lot, grab this lip balm and put it on. You can buy it separately and at least from the US warehouse, and you can actually, there's a few more of these travel kits available that have the lip balm in them. Okay, so SPF is 20 on this lip balm. You can reapply every couple of hours. So it's also the mineral-based lip balm that has the non-nano zinc oxide and broad spectrum delivery. It's also got the manuka honey and the mongongo oil, as well as the shea butter in it. So I think you're going to love this. Okay, so there you have what's in the lip balm. You've got that frankincense, heathicrysum, lemongrass, spearmint, and the manuka essential oils in the lip balm. So enjoy it. I think it's a great product. I've only used it a couple of times just because I keep forgetting to take it from my chala case and put it in my purse. Are there any toxic products lurking in your swim bag? I want you to just do a detailed. You can actually download a smartphone app that will actually scan the barcode of your products. I like to use Think Dirty, and that's a really great one. But do not Google that. Just download the smartphone app Think Dirty, and it will read the barcode of your products and let you know if you've got toxic products or not, and the rating on your products for toxicity. And so I recommend that you consider doing a ditch and switch of your toxic products with doTERRA's products. If you have it as a personal care product, a self-care product, probably chances are doTERRA's got it as well in a very safe, non-toxic formulation. And so I think you'll be really pleased when you make the switch over. So here's what we have. Your summer awaits you. Here's our products, our sun care products. And we've got, in addition to this, we've got the lip balm that I talked about. And so enjoy the summer care products. If you have not used them yet, I encourage you to get out there and use them. You'll be very pleased. And that's all I have for you today. And so hopefully this has been helpful. I encourage you to put your comments below this video recording and let us know what you're doing for summer fun and let us know what products you love the most for summer fun and also what sun care products you use every single day during the summer. So love you friends. Take care. Have a great week and have a great month and enjoy your summer. Bye-bye.